All right, so welcome. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the uh, Forex Legend EA, which I believe is going to be a game changer for everyone who is looking for a hands-free way to make money in the Forex markets, right? So we're just going to get into it. I'm not going to be giving explanation into how it works, like the system behind it, but basically, so I'm going to add a link here to the web page. So if you go to the web page, you actually get to learn a lot about what informed it, how it works, and all that. So in this video, I just basically want to show how I want to show the EA in action, basically, right? So what we are going to do is that we're going to go to the inputs, right? So you have a target hour, which is where the trades are placed. So trades are placed once a day, right? And that is that for the day. Now on Fridays, we usually place the trade for Mondays on Fridays. So you need to set that time. I will encourage you, this time should be for those who are going to get the EA, there's still going to be a proper setup or walkthrough video that shows you how to go about setting it up. But usually this will be a few minutes, 2 or 3 minutes before the market closes, but never before 2350, right? Never before 2350, right? Because that is when 2350 is when the EA is going to pull data. It's going to get the data for the day, right? So if you set it before 2350, the data or the bias that you might actually get will be wrong, right? And then you set the delete hour. So if there are orders that are not picked by this time, those orders will be deleted. All right, so I'm not going to go into explaining this. So you have your primary symbol and your secondary symbol. Our primary symbol is always Euro USD. Secondary symbol recommended use GBP USD. You can use any other thing if you know how to use it. In the walkthrough video for those who are going to get the EA, I'll explain how to use other pairs that are not GBP USD. But I encourage you to stick with GBP USD. Right? Trade mode, you can have adjunct or you can hedge, right? Regardless of whichever one you use, you have a measure of profit. However, I would say go with the adjunct, right? Basically, you're going to be trading. Yeah, simply saying that you want to trade the same idea as Euro USD. So if Euro USD is buying, you also want to be buying GBP USD. Now, the amount to risk per symbol, we're going to be risking $200, right? So that's going to be about 2%, right? $200 at starts on symbol one, $100 for symbol two. So usually I will encourage you stick with half of symbol one. This is still your primary. This is where you're expecting to make the majority of your money from. This is more for smoothing, right? It's to smooth your equity curve, right? So, and then we have all that. I encourage you to just leave the rest of the settings as they are, right? Um, we'll talk about this more for those who are going to be getting the EA commission cover. This is basically used to kind of mitigate part of the commissions that you are going to be paying. By the time you see the commissions you are paying, sometimes they can be quite high. So this helps to cover part of it. We just add 1 pip to our TP to help to cover the commissions, right? So when we run this, I've already run it before. I'll just run it again so that you can see. Right. So let's look at how it works, and then we'll then do a visual backtest. So if we run that, so we're running it from June to March, which is a 10-month period, right? A 10-month period. So it returns 14,817 net profits. So 14,817 net profits. Maximum drawdown 20%, $2,082. That's the maximum equity drawdown. The balance drawdown is almost similar as well. So you would have generated this on this. So this is about 148%, right? 148%. So at this stage, we don't have all our trades, we are closed. If we go to deals, right, everything is properly closed. So you would have seen for March, see everything was TP towards the end, and that was the way March went, right? So the early part of March was a bit bloody, but still managed to close out well. So you see your commissions. So what we actually made in terms of profits was actually 16,377. Then swap to 316. and commissions took 1,243. So leaving us with a profit of 14,817. Right. So that is, you want to use this on your personal account, for instance. This is what I expect you to do. Right. However, we are testing this thing on every tick, which is not something I recommend. I usually recommend that you test your data on every tick, or every tick based on real ticks. Right. So if we test this, let's keep an eye on the history quality. So this gave us 99%, but it's not real ticks, so it cannot be fully trusted. So if we run this on every tick based on real ticks, let's see what it gives us. And you can see how smooth the equity curve is. Wonderful. You are not it's not there are no spikes. So no martingale, no any of all those funny things that people do. Again, let's wait. Okay, then we have a back test. So we have 15,197, but history quality is 29%. So I'm going to now be running it with data that had been downloaded from Duca's copy. So for those of us who are well versed in uh, back tests, we know that you're supposed to usually get real tick data from quality data sources. One of them is Duca's copy. That's as far as MT5 is concerned, that's the leading provider of tick data. So I've already downloaded it. So I'm just going to go to that. We have custom, go to majors, and I'm going to simply select Euro USD. So TDS is tick data suite, which is what I normally use for my tick data. So I'm just going to come here, change this to Euro USD TDS, and I'm going to change this to GBP USD TDS. If you don't have this data already, you need to get the data first. Sometimes it can be quite heavy, but I'll do a video about that much later. Right. So when we now run this, you will now see the difference. Right. Uh-oh. We're supposed to do something first. We're supposed to add in the commissions. So without this, it won't be able to use any of the commissions. So I'm just going to import something I've done before. Uh, Custom commissions, open. So we'll see 3.5 for in dues and 3.5 for out dues. So $7 round trip, right? Which is what IC markets charge. Then we are going to run this again. All right, so it is done now. So our back test, you can see that the history quality is now 100%, right? And we're still using every tick based on real ticks. So this is quality information. So we can trust what we have here. So net profit 14,889. So you made a net profit of 148% on this, right? So profit trades as a percentage of trades. So the win rate is 44.97. So you can see this is even below 50%, right? So we are still losing more trades than we win, but because we are doing 2R, right, we are able to make more than we lost. Then you can see the profits by month. So you can see that every month is profitable, right? February was the only one that came close to break even. All the rest are way profitable, right? And then you can see the average holding time. The average position holding time is 16 hours, 16 minutes. So within 24 hours, majority of your trades are ended. And within 48 hours, more than 80%, or in fact, 85% of your trades will end within 48 hours. More than 85% of your trades will end within 48 hours. So you are not left holding for too long. Now, what if you want to use this for prop firms? All you just have to do is, of course, to reduce your risk, right? So let's assume you want to use this for prop firms. Then what you'll be targeting is you want to use something like this. All right, so and then we start. Then we can do this again and just watch. The graph would still look the same, just that the amounts that are coming in will be smaller. So is you're going to find it very difficult to actually get a business that is able to give you match this kind of returns, right? You're going to struggle to find a business that I invest in stocks as well. So, but you're going to struggle to find any business that will give you a return on invested capital of up to 50%. Much more to talk about getting to almost 150%. So let's look at it. So total net profit is 3,607. So that's 36%. 36% with a drawdown of about 5%. So that is uh a 7x, right, of the drawdown, which is extremely good. So the Sharpie ratio 4.72. I love that. Right. I really love that. Profit factor 1.57. Um, very good. Recovery factor 6.98. Again, very, very, very good. So these are the kind of data that you really want for an EA that you want to use. So if you are even running with a prop firm, you don't run the risk. You are not running the risk of even nearing the maximum drawdown. Of course, if you are going to be risking 0.5%, remember you're just placing two trades every day at maximum. You can't take more than two trades for each pair. So if you are risking 0.5 on one and risking 0.25 on another on GU, altogether you're risking 0.75 for the first trade, 0.75 for the second trade. Let's assume all trades hit SL, right? So basically what you will have is you will have 0.75 times 2, which is 1.5%. So you don't even ever get near the uh, daily loss of 5%. So I'm assuming this is a 10% max loss and 5% daily max daily loss, right? So you are far away from it at any given time, right? So you don't even bother yourself about that. So this is basically how you do that. Now, this is a 10K account. Even on a 10K account, 3,600 is no small money, right? It's not it's not change. It's something that is good. But now imagine this on a 100K account, you're looking at 36K, right? And this is what some people earn in an entire year. And if you are from like my own country, where I am from, that is life-changing money, right? So this is the power of what this EA can actually deliver to you. So the EA will be available for free. Of course, if you are watching this, most likely they have stumbled on this even on the beyond the page. I encourage you to dive in. So this is launching 31st of March 2026. So for the first about almost 2 weeks between now and April 11, there's going to be an early birds offer of 30% off, right? So 30% off for anyone who gets the EA between now and 11th of April 2026, right? Now I'm going to be training an additional uh, bonus, and that is a 60 uh, days or let's say 2 calendar months money back guarantee. If after 2 calendar months you are not profitable, you get your money back, right? So whatever thing you pay for this EA, you will get it back, right? So that is the guarantee that I'm putting behind this particular product. Whatsoever thing you pay for it, if you are not profitable after 2 months, I've never done this for any of my products before, but I'm so confident about the results that you are going to be getting from this product that I'm willing to actually put that behind it. If you're not profitable after 2 months, then you basically get your money back. Now, for everyone who, um, okay, I'll talk to the community about that. So that's going to be how that will go. And then if you have any questions, I'm going to drop a link on how to get to the page where you can either order, you can request for support, and if you're interested in becoming an affiliate, right, you can market this product and actually earn commissions for yourself as well. So there's going to be a link in the description where you can actually go ahead and we can start those discussions around being an affiliate. And if you're interested in getting the product, why not just visit the link and you'll be able to get the products. You can pay using USDT or you can pay using your credit cards and what have you. So that's going to be that about it. If you have any other questions, kindly drop it in the comment section.